Allah Akbar, Mike. And thank you for showing up earlier, Mike. These things happen. It wasn't a technical issue that made me not go live at 8 o'clock. It was my son being super cute. He's a handsome little man. Mary Frederick, good morning. Good morning to you, Mary. Yeah, we the three of us. He crawled into bed with me and my wife, and we were just like, we lost track of time. We really did. He was telling us about his dreams and how well he slept, and the time got away from us. It happens, and I'm sorry for it. That's why we weren't live. I wasn't live at 8 o'clock. Oh, it's good to see you too, Mary. I hope you are doing well. Left hand RN. Good afternoon. The afternoon where left hand RN is. So 9 o'clock, 10, 11. Yeah, it's noonish on the East Coast of the United States. But good afternoon to you as well, left hand RN. I hope you are having a wonderful afternoon and morning. Mary Frederick, I'm a left-handed nurse as well. Are you an RN or an LPN? Doesn't matter, but in the grander scope of it all, thank you both for your service to your community, and everything else. Almost nighttime here. I thought you were in Carolina, and Mary is an RN, registered nurse. A lot of my family's been in the medical field for, well, my wife's side of the family, but they've been in the medical field for ever. Well, I've been married to my wife now 25 years, come this December, so longer than that. New Jersey. Oh, I thought you were in Carolina. I'm even thinking of somebody else. Sorry about that, Mike. Your family is from North Carolina. North Carolina is beautiful. I've been to every one of the damn coastal states: North Carolina, South Carolina, Miami, state of Florida, up and down the East Coast. I've been to them all several times. Had some good times there. Had some not great times there. Sprinkled Donut, good morning again to you, Sprinkled Donut. And thank you for being here at 8 o'clock this morning. Sorry again that we weren't on time. As I was explaining, things just happen. We woke up this morning. We're sitting there on our phones, checking our emails and analytics and stuff like that. And my son came in and jumped in between me and my wife, and time just got away from us. We sit there, laid there, and listened to him tell us about his dreams and how he slept last night. Now that's a rarity. He is kind of coming out of his shell, so when those opportunities, give themselves to us, we don't miss them. Life happens. Family is the most important thing. It is. It is for us. I'm in the mountains of Virginia. Mary, are you in the Ozarks region? What do you think about Rex Herman's daughter being involved in his crimes? Mike, I haven't read anything about his daughter being involved. I saw that they gave Rex a couple more. I don't think it's nearly as many murders that Rex Herman has actually been part of. I think that there's more to the entire story when it comes to that. If he is the Long Island murderer, serial killer, I think that they total. I think it's eight or 10 bodies total that they have found that they believe were the Long Island murders, and I think that he should, they should be looking at him for all of those, not just 4 or 6 or 8. I know. There's more that he should be charged with. The presser was on the news about his daughter being involved. I think his wife knew about it too. Now, Will, I'm in Shenandoah area of Virginia. Ooh, that's a pretty country, area of the state, Shenandoah. I've been down there. My grandmother was from originally from 100 West Virginia, and we used to go down and see her friends and stuff like that. Tiny little town, 100 West Virginia. It was called 100 West Virginia because there was 100 people that formed the actual original town, 100. But after my grandmother died, I think there was like 12. And the biggest thing to do there was to go down to the funeral parlor and actually see the new coffins when they came in. I'm not joking you. There's nothing to do there. Very simple life. A lot of coal miners and stuff like that. I usually miss Callie Lisa. Good morning. Because I sleep in, so I'm glad you're late. Oh, thank you, Callie Lisa. But I'm sorry for, it messes people's thing up, their day. What about the daughter is frightening? 12 West Virginia now? Yeah. I actually, Mike, I don't know what the total population is there now. But back when we used to go visit her friends and extended family from, her first husband down there, that's all was left. It was like 12, maybe 20 people out of the original 100. Nobody moves there on purpose. Nobody has kids either. And if they do have kids, they get the hell out of Dodge or 100, whatever, the population was. Will, my grandson is on the spectrum, 21 now, junior in college, married and doing great. He seems to turn the corner at the ninth grade. I'm so happy to hear that, Lieutenant RN. Uh, my son, his biggest issue is he's speech delayed. So he just finished up the second grade. He'll be going in the third grade next year. But yeah, he has maybe, let's just say 30 words. It might be 24 words that he says clearly. A lot of it sounds like he's been drinking vodka all night long. So it's kind of like the word the is the, but it's not the. He doesn't pronounce it correctly. And then he's always had um, what we call, me and my wife call it placement words, but they're not really words. They're more sounds than or made up words, if you will, to represent things like an apple or an orange. He's had sounds that he is correlated with that object, but he's getting better. I would say in the last year, we got his report card, at the end of the year. So this past Wednesday was his last day for second grade. Um, he's testing mathematics, in all the different areas, reading. He's third grade level now. It's just his comprehension, and on top of the spectrum, he has a little bit of attention deficit disorder thrown in there as well, because he's here, squirrel, shiny object. He's here or there. He's not here. It's hard to keep him on task for anything, but we love him. We'll do anything we can for him. Mary says it's gorgeous in the Shenandoah area, especially in the fall. Yeah, I got to get back that way, even if it's not the Carolinas or to Virginia. It's a much easier pace of life than it is out here on the West Coast. Everything moves by like that. Snap of a finger. It's here today. It's gone tomorrow. And good morning, Inner Peas. Sorry I wasn't on time this morning, Inner Peas, as I was telling everyone. I was laying in bed this morning, getting ready to get up and do the live stream. And my son came in and laid down between me and my wife and wanted to tell us about his night, and his dreams and everything else. And we just laid there snuggling him. Well, actually, he was snuggling with my wife. He won't give me but a half a snuggle. And he always says the same thing to me. No, Daddy, snuggles are for mommy. It's not a real thing, but he loves it, to cuddle up and snuggle with his mom in the morning. But we got talking to him, and we lost track of time. Before we knew it, it was like 8 something this morning. It's really good for us on the East Coast being late. It fits more with your time because there's a 3-hour difference between where I am right now. Right now it's 9:30 here on the West Coast. But I certainly didn't mean to do it, to be late. Is it buffering for anybody? I just got an alert on my phone that said that it was buffering. I hope not. No, not for Inner Peas, and no for left-handed RN. It's not buffering for you. It's good for Mary as well. Well, good. I gotta pull up the chart. It tells me how the stream and the volume is. Well, I've got a solid 2 out of 4 bars. Volume. Hold on. Don't cover your ears if you're wearing headphones. Cover your ears. Yeah, I'm not peeking on the volume bar either. Oh, weird. So why did they say it's buffering? Weird. Checking this right now. No, my screen is showing that I'm hitting 9 out of 12, which is good. 6 is average. 6 out of 12, but it says I'm hitting 9. All right, smoke them if you got them. Sprinkle Donut, it was nice to see your wife too. Put a face to her name. It's been a while since we've done it, an episode of the Taco Podcast, like tacos as in you eat. But if you go check out my other channel, Sprinkle Donut Taco, TACO podcast. That's the actual channel's name on YouTube. We used to do a lot of content together. Now, all that's going to change, and content on this channel as well. Coming up in here, probably in about a month and a half, we're going to start uploading again the Taco Podcast channel, and we're gonna be offering something completely different that I've never done before here on this channel as well on 411 Now. We've already done the first couple episodes of this new thing, but we're banking them in order. But exciting things are to come to both channels here really soon. About a month, let's say month and a half at the max, because we've already recorded a lot of the new stuff that's already waiting. It's already queued and uploaded. But the Taco Podcast, Sprinkled Donut, is more about me and my wife raising our son, who's on the spectrum, and us trying to live an existence in a middle class America. Mary, she was on the. Oh, what did Mary say? Oh, Mary, yeah, we quickly jumped online and did a live stream this morning. It was only about 3 minutes long. About sorry that I was late, but God, I love that one. God knows that words can never express just how much I love her. She means so much to me, and just in my family as well. My son, my daughter, they mean so much to me. I would be one hopelessly lost individual without them. They say sometimes in life you have to go live 1,000 years in order to find your true happiness in this world. I found my true happiness, and she hated me when I first met her. Long story, but we fought like cats and dogs when we first met each other. Well, thank you, Sprinkle Donut. She's a keeper, Will. She is in her peas. She is. Hopefully, on top of it though, Sprinkle Donut, not Sprinkle, in her peas. That she's going to start live streaming again, playing on her channel. Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get that going as well here, probably towards the end of July. We got all new equipment that for cameras and everything else, and microphones that we purchased already. Like I said, for both channels, Taco Podcast and for this channel, we've already shot 3 episodes that are already uploaded to YouTube. New series for each of them. And for her gaming thing, she used to play Minecraft on her channel and other games. More of a gamer, streamer. But hopefully we'll get that going towards the end of July. Well, thank you. And Gayla, good morning again, sweetheart. And thank you for joining us again. It's 28. It destroyed me. Oh man, how old was I? All right. So I'm trying to think, Mary. My wife got breast cancer, and she tried to die on me. Oh, she did. Between the cancer itself and it going through her lymph nodes, the chemotherapy, which was extraordinarily hard, the surgeries, the radiation treatment. I was, see, my son is 8. Well, he will be 8 next month. So 8 from my age. Let's just say I was in my late 30s. How about we 40s? And was at that point. She was we were never supposed to have another child. After our daughter was born, the doctors told us that the chances of her ever carrying another child through was, I'll put a quantifiable number on that. Let's just say 1,000 to 1 that she'd ever be able to carry a child through term. And after her chemotherapy, radiation, double removal, she was supposed to go in and have a hysterectomy. And we showed up the day of the surgery for her hysterectomy, and she had a fever. And they wouldn't do it. The anesthesiologist wouldn't put her under because she had a fever. So they scheduled it for a week out. Now we went back a week later. We had the blood work done and everything else. We were sitting there waiting in the lobby. And then the appointment was like, I don't remember what time it was. Say that it was at 10 or 11 o'clock. 11:30, a half hour after that, she's getting antsy. She doesn't want to be there anymore. I walk up to the front and I said, "What the hell's going on?" to the desk, and they're like, "We had something happen in the back. We're getting to things. We're getting caught up." We finally get in the back. We go into the exam room, and the doctor walks in with another nurse, and he looks at both of us and he goes, "We can't do the hysterectomy." And we're like, "Shit! Is it an infection? Is the cancer back? What's going on here? What is it now?" Because it just felt like every turn, we were playing like a game of whack-a-mole, and we pop our head up and someone would hit us with a hammer and knock us back down. And we're talking almost like a 2.5-year journey total of the whole thing at that point. And they said, "We can't do the hysterectomy." And we go, "Well, what is it?" And the doctor looked at my wife, and then he turned his head like this to the side and looked at me, and he goes, "We can't do it because you're pregnant." And that's where the taco comes from. My son, nickname is Taco. We knew she was gaining weight, but we thought it was because she was at work and her coworkers going to a taco, Mexican restaurant every day, and that was why she was putting on weight. Turns out she was pregnant, and now we have her son. And I don't care if you're religious or not, but to us, my wife is she's agnostic. I'm Catholic, and you live through something like that where the best part of your life ever is almost taken from you, and you suffer, and just as much, and not as much, but I mean damn close to the same. And then all of a sudden they tell you that here's a gift. To me, it was a gift from God, because I'm a firm believer in God gives us, and he the tragedies, the ups and downs of life, like you, Mary, losing your husband at the age of 28. There's a reason behind it all. It may not be obvious to me. It may not be obvious to you, Mary. Why these things happen. We can stand on top of a stool and scream to the heavens. Why me? Why him? Why her? And it doesn't make any sense to us at all. But in the towards the end, in our final days on this earth, which could be tomorrow for all of it, for any of us know, we never know when our time is up. And it happens for a reason. Maybe there was that one person out there that we weren't even trying to touch. We weren't even trying to reach. We weren't even trying to help. But we opened the door for them at a convenience store, and we greeted them. good morning, or said, hey, I hope you're having a great day today, because we saw them out of the blue, who was they're not a close friend, or a friend of a friend, or a sister's friend, ex-boyfriend, whatever it might be, who worked at 31 Flavors, who obviously knows Ferris Bueller. It doesn't matter, those connections that we make. We don't know how it's going to change that person's life. Maybe they were on the edge that day, and us just saying hello, or opening the door for them, or greeting them, or whatever it might have been, it positively changed that person's life, and changed the trajectory of where their life was going. We don't know this. We don't know what the grand scheme, the absolute answer is, or what's going on. But I'm a firm believer in that. Today, we have the opportunity to make the best of our lives today, every moment, because none of us are guaranteed of tomorrow. And it breaks my heart to hear, Mary, that you lost your husband, at the age of 28. I really am sorry, because it doesn't matter if you're 28, or if you're, in her P's, and you lost both your parents, that close to each other, or, whoever, that we all live these tragedies. And I'm not downplaying any of them. They destroy our lives. They make us question our existence on this planet. All I can do is wake up tomorrow and try again. Tomorrow I can wake up and try to be a better person in some tiny way. Same with everyone else out there. Good morning, little Linda and Goldie. Good. Wow. Received a membership gift level for investigators. Well, good morning, Goldie. I hope you're doing well, Goldie. But nobody wants to hear me rant. Or do they? Mary, wow. Left Hand RN. Wow. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I really appreciate that, Left Hand RN. That is so nice of you to do something like that. As George Carlin, famously said, racism has nowhere, and should have any existence in our lives. There's more than enough reasons to hate people on an individual basis. It's absolutely true. No truer statement has ever been said by anyone. Uh-oh. But I'm already perfect, Will. You are to me, sweetheart. I love my Mel Mel. If you guys haven't checked out Mel Mel's channel, you've got to do it. And I'm not joking. Go to her channel right now. Turn this live stream off and go find her channel and subscribe to it. Like everyone else out there, we all have our ups and downs. We got our good days, our bad days, on our absolute fucking shit days. Sorry for my curse. There is no one on this earth that has made me feel better about the shit of show, or things that have been happening to me, has lifted my spirits more than Mel Mel. She's an absolute godsend to me. I some days I'm having an absolute nothing is working out with my entire existence, and technical issues with all this YouTube and technology. The wife, is pissed off at me because I forgot to put gas in her car, which I have to do after this. And everything seems to be going wrong. I go over to Mel Mel channel, and I try to watch, just her most recent, live stream or skit or whatever, and then she takes them down. Ugh. I live for her content. I really do, and that is not a joke. It makes me feel so much better. And Mel Mel's got her own issues, and my heart, goes out to her. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you for being you, part of the community. And thank you, Inner Peace, for dropping the link to Mel Mel's channel. I appreciate that. Oh, man. You guys want to talk about cats for a minute? I'm going to see if I can pull up the picture on my phone. This happened just the other day. Where is it? Gallery. There it is. It's not in my gallery anymore. All right. So here's the story. This is what happened. So today's Saturday. So this happened Tuesday. I'm sitting in not sitting. I'm in my kitchen, and we have a pet door. It's got one of those flaps. All my cats have collars. They have the little tracker thing on them, and it also has like the little sensor on it, so it opens the cat door when they get close to it, so it unlocks. Otherwise, it's just solid and it won't unlock. So my cat comes in. His name is Mocha Cappuccino. I didn't name him. My daughter named him. Mocha comes in, and every time I see the cat, it drives my family nuts. So I see my cat and I go, Mocha, smoking Mocha. Every time I see the cat, I don't care if the cat's sleeping or if the cat's coming in the house or if he's at the food dish. I see him, I always go, Mocha. Yeah, I know. All right, so he comes through the cat door. And immediately before the cat door has the ability, the door to come down and close and lock, this other cat comes in through the door. I've never seen this cat before. Now, to give you a description of what this cat looked like, he was all gray, long hair, and he looked. He had the short muzzle face. It looked like he might have had minx, 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 breed in him. I don't know. Some people would say the color of him wasn't gray. It is called more like a Russian blue. So give you an idea of what the color of the cat is. But he comes in and he does like a head barrel roll, head down into the floor, and then butt follow the rest of him. And so now his back is to me because he's to my left, by the it's like 2 stairs down before you go out. And I walk closer to the cat and just he's just hissing like crazy. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know who you are, but you came in my house. I actually said that out loud because that's kind of, crazy cat man I am. Because they're not just cats, they're not pets. They're part of my family. They're all of our pets are. But anyways, so it won't let me get anywhere close to him. And then I realized that the cat just peed all over the linoleum by the entryway. And I'm like, oh, buddy, are you okay? And I'm verbally saying this out loud. And I'm like, are you okay? And I'm trying to get closer, and the thing is just like hissing like crazy. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave you alone. So I get 2 little square Tupperware containers and take the lids off them. And I fill one with water and one with food. Don't know who this cat is. He obviously is pissed off. Something's not right with him. So I go down there and I put them on the floor near the step. And it finally it stands up, and I can see that it's dragging one leg. And it comes over to the water, it drinks some of the water, and then boom, falls back down on its side. And I'm like, oh shit. So I jump on to the neighborhood app for my community, and I take a picture of the cat, and I post it, and I said, does anybody know whose cat this is? I've never seen this cat before. Nobody responds. 3, maybe 4 hours later, Still no one. And then all of a sudden I get a plethora of like, comments of people like, hey, call the Humane Society if it's hurt, call the lost pet, people at Petco because they run an app, Petco does, for lost and found animals. And I'm like, okay. And then somebody says, hey, if you have the Ring doorbell, they have a lost app thing on there as well. So I jump on the app, I post it to everything. And now this cat is laying on its side, and I'm like, oh shit, is that thing dead? Because it stopped moving, and then I could not see, like the lungs, I couldn't see them coming up. So I get almost up, like, here to the camera from the cat. And as soon as I get near the thing, it just freaks the hell out. And it's going between that door and the next door, and it's running, it's banging into both of them, and it's falling down, it's dragging its one leg around, and it obviously terrified that that I got that close to it. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe it's like a feral cat that I've just never seen before. So my friend suggested calling animal control because I'm like, that's probably a good idea. If nothing else, they have a database for they're no kill shelter or animal control. And I tell them about the cat. They show up in not even 10 minutes. And that the guy comes in, puts on these big leather gloves, and he's trying to get near the cat. The cat's flipping out. It's going off the walls and it's going over, against the door. He finally catches it and puts it in a cat carrier. And then while he's standing there, he's like, "Yeah, I can smell the infection." And I go, "It's got an infection? I don't know. I didn't see it. It wouldn't let me get that close to it." He's like, "Yeah, we got to get to the vet." While he's standing there, he's on the phone with a 24-hour emergency vet who we happen to know. He calls him up and he's like, "I'll be there." And he's like, "Okay, come in through the back." All right. I only hear one side of the conversation. So they take the cat down there. While he was there, he actually wanted it to see if it was microchipped, and it wasn't. No collar, nothing at all. But that happened. And now my cats are still freaking out because they still smell that thing in the house, even after we cleaned up everywhere. But that's my kitty story for the week. I'm older than Will. I don't know what him and everyone is joking about most of the time. That's all right. Inner peas. You're talking about when we do the trivia night? Yeah, we joke about Snooky from the Jersey Shore, the 144,000 from the Book of Revelations, because Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, they believed that they were chosen from Joseph Smith and from God to lead those from the Book of Revelations into the other side of the veil. So there's a lot of reference and jokes about the 144,000. Then there's the mountain lion and Barry Morphew, who I don't care what anyone says. I think he killed his wife, Suzanne Morphew. But yeah, I understand. I do get that a lot from people in the comments about the inside jokes. We try to keep it to a dull roar now because it used to be a free for all. Especially if you add cement shoes and you in there, and all your E, A. It's not A, B, or C or D. It's E. But we have fun. We try to. We're good people. We talk and we throw jokes back and forth about the Jersey Shore and Barry Morphew and the Book of Revelations, but try not to keep it inclusive in case anybody ever wants to check out the trivia night tomorrow. Every Sunday night, same time. I love the mountain lion. Interviews. I know The 140,000 in Snooky. Will, can you do trivia night on Amanda Knox? And good morning, Gianna Marie. In case I forgot to, Amanda Knox. That would be an interesting one. I don't think I've ever even covered a lot of the actual Amanda Knox trial or anything. Amanda Knox. I'm writing that down. That is a great suggestion, Gianna Marie. Thank you very much. Inner peas is hilarious, and so is lemon pie. Oh yeah. I have, and you might hear 1,000 other creators say the same thing. I have some of the best mods out there. I can't think of another channel who has dealt with as much adversity as I have. Who has moderators like I do now. I wish I had them back then, but now I'm extremely grateful that I have them now. But and I have the best, in my opinion, community, hands down. Callie Lisa, no, she was acquitted of all charges. Amanda Knox was. Amanda Knox was tried for killing her roommate. I think she went through like 2 trials before she was acquitted. But her roommate was murdered, and there was some outside the United States, and there were some really, really questionable things that you could definitely see that were done to her and, for interrogation, the trial. A lot of it was politically motivated. Now, I don't like to. I don't ever cover politics in the channel, and I definitely try to stay away from politics as much as possible. But and a lot of people think, what just happened with Trump was politically motivated. I don't see it that way. There may have been some initial political, interference there, or nudging, to actually prosecute it. But the 34 felony convictions that he got, there ain't no politics in that. He lied. He cheated. He screwed the American public, and he tried to get away with shit that no one else in a business would ever try to get away with. And he tried to do it because of who he was. That's not politics. I believe she was charged with something this past week. Ooh, Amanda Knox again? I remember that one. It was crazy, and she is still out, isn't she? Yeah, she's out. She's free and clear right now. But Troyes, got he killed his was his wife or girlfriend, the paralytic. Not paraplegic. He only has one leg, one real leg. But runner, he shot her. Said that he thought it was an intruder coming from the bathroom. Petroius. I can picture him. Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. Yeah, check it. Put Will. Don't remember what it was. But good morning, Sherry. I hope you had a great week, Sherry. Smoke them if you got them. Turn off the video if you don't want to see it. Check it out, Will. I don't remember what she was charged with. Well, I'm here. I have this giant computer in front of me. Let's see. Amanda Knox charges. Huh. On December 5th, 2009, Knox was 22 years old and was convicted on charges of faking a break-in, defamation, sexual violence, and murder, and was sentenced to 26 years. But was later acquitted of all charges. So now let's go narrow this down because a whole bunch of articles I don't want to read. So new charges. Florence, Italy. The Italian court reconvicted Amanda Knox of slander on Wednesday. She was of her roommate, British roommate, while the two were exchange students in Italy. It says here, according to NPR, she was arrested, briefly detained on Wednesday, and charged with slander. Madeleine McKay case, earpiece, makes me sad. That poor little girl. My God, those big blue eyes. Madeleine McKay. I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. I never will. The Madeleine McKay case. How do you go on vacation and then walk away from your kids to go have dinner? I don't understand it. Maybe it's just me. I can't. I have problems just leaving my house with my friends and knowing that my son is at home with my wife. Madeline Monkey, and Summer Wells. There are too many. Oh yeah, you're right. Definitely right. Monkey. I followed that case for so long. I don't think we're ever going to get a conclusion to it. Poor little guy. Madeline Soto. You need to get rid of that next. So while I have your ear here, Mel, how are your iron levels, sweetheart? Are your iron levels still up? I hope you're doing better. I know you have some big things coming down the pipes, but my heart goes out to you, sweetheart. It really does, and it always does. I don't always comment. Susan Weaver, good morning, Susan. But this group is very cool. Thank you all for your kindness, and Will, you're great. Well, thank you, Susan. You have created a good place. I am doing my best to be me and to offer a place, a safe haven, if you will, for everyone. Every time, like right now, you see me live. I have two moderators right now that are in the side chat. You can't see them, but they're talking over here on my other breakout chat right now, where they're watching people who are here and looking out for whatever might come down the pipe. I never go live without them. Right now, I have silver and usage. Usage is he's a friend of a friend who has. I don't know how to explain this. My daughter was once dating an individual who was vastly in love with her and wanted to marry her, but the relationship didn't work out. Usage is a friend of his. Let's just say that. But they're here, and they have 100% control of my channel. Where a normal moderator can't delete comments, they can only time people out. They can't remove comments from YouTube videos. These both of these mods who are here right now have control over and the ability to not only remove comments, but they can change content that I may upload or pause it. They have the same as me, when it comes to controlling all this. And I don't pay either one of them. I used to. I used to pay them both. I don't pay any of my moderators anymore because I can't afford it anymore. And right now, and I would say, they do it out of the kindness of their heart to keep Susan, to keep this place, um, good, and to keep the trolls and the haters and stuff like that away. You love our will. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lot of trust there. It is, Mel Mel. I've known us. Well, obviously, her name is not Silver, but I know who she is. I've known her since 2000. She's been part of my community, or here in the comments. Occasionally she pops in underneath a different name, but her she's a YouTube creator as well. And she's in a completely different genre. She's not in true crime, and she's been with me since 2000. Uh, I think she's the longest moderator I've had. Now, Inner Peas is a mod, but she doesn't have the same control. And so is Gemma. She's a mod. Gemma has same control and same ability as the two that I was just talking about. And Gemma's given me, administrative on her channel as well. But I know it's a lot. It's a lot of faith. I have no control. No, you're just a general mod, Inner Peas. I don't get paid on the other channel I moderate. We're just trying to build a nice, kind channel and chat. And that's the best thing. There was a point though, Mary, where I had 5 paid moderators, and I had 2, maybe 3 non-paid moderators. But over time, people have dwindled away, or well, things have happened. Back when I used to, I shouldn't get into that part because someone's going to know who I'm talking about, and they're going to come unglued. There was another creator that I was really close to at one point. I helped this individual build their channel, and it gave them pointers on how to be successful, because they've really tugged at my heartstrings. And then this creator stabbed me in the back. Now, Mel Mel knows who I'm talking about. And we don't need to actually mention any names, Mel Mel. But me and Mel Mel, and I met Mel Mel through that creator, and that's the best goddamn thing I've ever met that's ever come out of that entire relationship, and friendship. I got Mel Mel, and I won. I won. thank you, Mary. You know, I don't think Smith is here right now, Mel. So I don't want to talk, about him, behind his back or anything. I have nothing negative to say about Cement Shoes. You know, at, Cement Shoes is a great guy. He really is. He's actually done trivia night for me. All the questions, and answers, and everything else. I would hope that he would do that again. I like that collaboration. He wanted to be on the sidelines and not, get credit for it. But I had to throw credit out there for him, for doing that. But yeah, Cement. I see him in the oddest places online. Content you would not even think about. You would see Cement Shoes on. You know, this is not an accurate, accounting, but I've seen him on in the comment section as a moderator or someone who everybody knows on videos, live streams where people are playing bingo. I've seen him on in content that is like obscure as as a moderator on sports stuff. I've seen Cement Shoes. Those are examples. I mean, I'm not saying that Cement Shoes is a moderator for sports or for bingo, but I'm just using it as an example. So here's true crime, and I've seen Cement Shoes in other forums out there in the comment sections and stuff like that, and it's like, wow, never would have suspected that. It's just like my friend John, who is he's a retired federal employee who's a photographer now, and he travels the world, retired, and he is phenomenal at photography. It's always been a hobby for him, and now he's taken that hobby to a whole nother level. But he has a YouTube channel, and I've seen him pop up on, kind of like Cement Shoes in different forums, different genres and content. It's like, wow, I had no idea. Yeah, he is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap up this morning's live stream. I want to quickly, thank everyone for bearing with me the fact that I was over an hour late this morning. Again, if you don't know the backstory, that you can actually watch a quick little 3-minute video. It's on my channel here of me and my wife explain, what happened. But in a nutshell, our son jumped into bed with us this morning and wanted to tell us about his dreams and and how his night went. And we lost track of time. We did. And well, sometimes in life, ladies and gentlemen, family always has to come first. But sometimes in life, you get distracted from things that take you away from, the little things in life that you want to do, and you have to run with it. I mean, I didn't want to be late, but anyways, wonderful to see you, Will. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate that, sweetheart. And Lieutenant RN, thank you again for the memberships. I really do appreciate that. But everyone, I will see you. I hopefully tomorrow night. Every Sunday night we play live trivia, true crime trivia every Sunday night. Tomorrow is John Wayne Gacy, and a subject matter that I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, and you know the name, the killer clown, John Wayne Gacy, tomorrow night for trivia. Now, see, it would be 6 o'clock Mountain, and that would be 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. And Susan Weaver, I was late, always late, but actually, Susan, you're doing good. Sleeping is more popular the older we get. Well, we were awake. We were both just laying there in bed, looking at our phones and checking our emails and stuff, because there's some of them that we're waiting to to hear back from. But we're getting a new stove today, a brand new stove from Best Buy. So they're supposed to be here in about 10 minutes. So that's why I got to wrap this up. They're taking the old stove away and bringing in the new one. Now, can't go wrong there. In case you guys need appliances, and if you're anywhere near Best Buy, they have a hell of a sale going on right now. And Costco is matching the prices on the same models if you're a Costco member. So keep that in mind. And we saved over $700 off of this stove. It's a really, really, really nice stove, but $700 off. It's electric, convection, all the bells and whistles and all that stuff. But everyone, have a great day. I hope to see you again tomorrow for trivia night. In the meantime, bye. Love you, Mel Mel.